Hi friends, welcome back for another video. I know, I'm so excited. So today we're going to talk about the two sides to every ticket you pick up in store. So there's obviously every ticket has a price on it. Sometimes there's even a back to it, if they're feeling crazy. I like to think sometimes when you pick up a ticket, there's one side that has the brand name and one side with all the pricing information. So when I go shopping, I like to think of it as you have the store side of it, that's that brand side of the ticket, and you have your side of it as well. So when you're finding things in the store, you're looking around, trying to find a great deal, I hope, okay, you pick up a ticket and you see on there a price. Sometimes that price is $5, sometimes that price is $50, $500. It really varies. So we're going to get into what makes up the price on that ticket and what that price means for you. So first of all, the things that go into making a ticket price on the store end is you have the cost for running that store. So we're talking labor of the employees. We're talking the roof over your head in that store. They have to pay rent. They have to pay the electricity bill, water bill, all those fun things there. In addition, you also have, there's money that has to go to the corporate version of there, all sorts of fun things like that. So everything that makes up how they sell the clothes to you, the warehouses, everything. In addition to that, there's also the material cost. So what it costs to buy the things to create that item. So fabric, zippers, buttons, all those fun things there. There's also the labor that goes into the piece. So the people who actually make it, whether that's including dyeing the fabric, that's them sewing it, that's them preparing everything, cutting it, pattern drafting, all that fun stuff there. And then in addition to that, you also have to factor in shipping costs, things like that. If there's any tariffs on the goods as well, that all makes up the ticket price. So when you see that and you look at the price and it's $75, you're thinking, okay, well that's a good margin, because you also have to consider they make a profit off the ticket as well. So you look at that, okay, there's enough for a profit margin there for the store, makes sense. Labor makes sense, fabric, the quality, everything, it's put together correctly, that ticket price makes sense. When you see a similar shirt for $5, you really have to wonder who is getting shortchanged to get the price down there. I can tell you, number one, it's usually not the store's profit, because I mean, you can kind of look up and see if the store's going bankrupt, if they're still in business. It's not that. So we can rule that out. Another one is you can't not pay your electricity bill or rent, so you rule that out of it as well. You still have people working in those stores, especially if it's a store that has a lot of people on staff at a time. We definitely know that that is not a cost that they're shortchanging there. So really all that leaves is labor and fabric, the materials. Usually I feel that if the quality of the material goes down, so does the labor. I think they go hand in hand. I think it's rare that you would see the quality is amazing, but the labor prices go down, because that's more time that goes into that piece. So every time you pick up a ticket, you have to think about who is getting shortchanged and how they got to that price there. Because it's a big difference when you see a shirt for $50 versus a shirt for $5. The other thing that goes into it as well is when you look at more slow fashion retailers, you are going to see that higher ticket price, not only because yes, they're paying more for the labor, yes, they're paying more for the materials, more time to construct things properly, but also because they're more concerned about conversion. They want people to come into the store, they want to help them find things they love. That's the key piece, things they love, things they're going to wear over and over again. Their goal is to find that, and even if it's just one item they send them home with, just making sure people are coming in, knowing what the store is about, things like that. When you look at fast fashion retailers, they're not concerned about conversion. for them it's almost a guarantee that you're going to come in and you're going to purchase something. That's why they can narrow their profit margins compared to a slow fashion retailer, because that slow fashion retailer also has to consider the fact, okay, well, if I don't sell these to people, if they sit here for some time, that's money that goes into that piece. Whereas a fast fashion retailer, it could sit on the shelf for a day and it's gone. It goes so quickly because of the price points, all the marketing deals and everything like that. When you go into a fast fashion retailer, they're concerned about how much they can send you out with. It is not about whether you get something and if you leave the store happy. It's about how many things can I send you home with, so that we are clearing out this inventory here and we can continue to keep selling those pieces and get our narrow profit margins on there. Another thing that the fashion industry does an amazing job at is hiding the labor aspects for clothing. It's so hard to find information on it. You can't find information on, what factories they come from, or how many people are employed, what do they pay those workers. Even look at in districts where Shein makes their clothes or other brands like that, those warehouse districts or the factory districts, things like that, you will see they have job postings with starting at blah 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 amount. And obviously it's not what you would pay in America for something, but it's comparatively okay for that area. They're not even paying that. There has been so much trickery to make people think, oh, well, they're doing this, they're doing that. They say they're doing this. But the more you look into it, there's no proof. They've even lied about certain things. And so it's really difficult to actually get a good handle on what is happening in the fashion industry and who is making your clothing. The other side of a ticket is the side that makes sense for you. So this is what you're going to look at. First, you of course have to look at the brand side of it and what the price is listed on the ticket there, what goes into that, and figuring out who has been shortchanged, because it's important to consider that first. That way when you go into the next step, we already know what material we're working with, what the quality of the piece is, and now we can figure out if it's a smart buy for you. So you pick up something at the store, you look at it, you analyze it, you say, okay, these seams are good. What I like to do, I like to tug on the seams a little bit, not too much because some of them are really weak and I don't want to damage property like that, okay? But if they're really flimsy, they're not well constructed, pass on that piece. It is not going to last you, okay? So I'm looking, it's a sturdy garment, good construction. I'm seeing the seams, they're all good. Material, amazing. No polyester, I don't really mess with that. In the off chance I do get it, I look for recycled polyester or an extremely low content of it in the piece. So after you've determined it's a good piece of clothing to get, go in, try it on, make sure you love it, make sure it's something that you're going to wear often. And one controversial thing, I think a lot of people say, oh, well, if you don't have something to wear it to, you're never going to make that occasion for it, and blah, 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 so don't get it. I'm actually a fan of buy clothes that you love, even if you don't have somewhere to wear it to. Because as soon as you buy that piece, the ball is in your court. You can go make that event happen. You could go wear it however you want. You can do whatever with it, but it has to be your own personal agency to do that. So I think it's okay to buy things if you're like, I love this skirt. I don't know what I'm going to wear it with. I don't know where I'm going to wear it to. Get it anyway if you really love it that much. Because in slow fashion, you could go months without purchasing any clothes. But when you buy something that you truly love and you want to take home with you, it's going to last you years. And that is what is important. But you have to be the one to make those situations happen where you're going to wear it. So if you know you're really bad at that, don't get it. But other than that, I would say get it. So after you've tried the piece on and you've determined, yes, this is amazing, I want to take it home with me and everything like that, great. Now what we have to do is we have to look back at the quality aspect of it, and we have to determine how long can that garment stay with us. So how long can we expect it to last for? If it has good construction, good material, we're looking at a couple years there, which is amazing. Then we have to start to think about cost per wear. So it's difficult to say like, oh, like I know I'm gonna wear it 10 times exactly, but I think it gives you a good estimate. When a lot of times you go into slow fashion retailers, it's jarring, the price tag. You're like, oh my gosh, it's like $100 for one dress. It is, but that's one dress that you can wear for 5 years or longer, as opposed to, oh my gosh, I got this dress from Shein and it was $20, but during the first wear it breaks apart. Okay, so if you got that dress for $100, you would only have to wear it 5 times for it to equate to one wear of the $20 dress. For if we're thinking about, oh, you have to pay for each time you wear it. So if it's something you love, you're gonna keep in your collection forever, it's timeless, then it's okay to spend a little bit more on it if it's gonna last you that long, and that's where it makes sense for you. So on your end of the price tag, what does it look like for you? Another thing too is, I know I go shopping and I know kind of a ballpark of how much I'm okay spending. What I do, because I work retail and I'm not like on a salary or anything, I am an hourly employee. So you know, sometimes, some weeks I have lots of hours, some weeks it's just a normal amount. So what I do is I keep a lot of money in savings. That is not something I play about, okay? There's, I think, what was it? Like Americans, some of them don't even have, like, majority of Americans don't have $500 as like an emergency savings. That is jarring, okay? First thing I do is I pay myself. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, I'm gonna get this, and that makes me happy. What makes me happy is peace of mind. So pay yourself first, put money in savings, and keep little in your checking account. If you have a lot of money there, then you're gonna spend that money. If you don't have a lot of money there, you're only gonna spend what's there. So that's rule number 1. Know what to expect when you go shopping. Another thing too is, okay, maybe it was a great day and I found a bunch of stuff that I absolutely love. I'm gonna keep in my closet for years and I'm gonna wear all of the time. Then I might say, okay, I'm gonna negotiate this price, because other times I go shopping I get nothing. So what I expected to spend that day, I didn't spend it all. So there is room for negotiation there, but you want to be smart with your money and you want to be smart with what you buy. And that is all I have for today, but just a quick recap. Remember, there's 2 sides to every ticket. The first side is what goes into it economically wise for the brand. So, you know, lights, electricity, the workers, the warehouses, the shipment, the materials, the labor, everything like that. Then you have to determine, when I look at this price tag, who's getting shortchanged if it is a low price tag. Then you have to look at it on your end. Is the quality good? Am I going to wear this forever? Do I absolutely love how it fits me? And if the price works for you, you're going to wear it for a long time, then you can go to checkout. I know a lot of times in retail it's super quick, like, I'm gonna get this, I gotta be in and out. Sometimes you don't even try things on. When you go shopping, the best thing you can do, be prepared to slow down and take your time there and be willing to walk away. It's okay. Bye!